Howdy folks, and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another episode of our Vistula to Berlin scenario. I've decided to do this for this, let's say, series, which is kind of a workbench for my future campaign. So, at the very beginning of each episode, I would like to give you folks a brief recap of what happened during the enemy phase, and maybe go through the losses and other interesting stuff. First of all, logistics-wise, everything is perfect. Everything is working fine, despite the difficulty. This massive loss of men from the map is because I transferred several units to the reserve, most likely, I think. Even though I must say that 87,000 men is quite a big chunk of losses. So the initial offensive did not come at a light cost. And importantly, I noticed here this 706 planes, and when I looked at the losses, I found that I lost 102 planes on the ground, which was like, how could it happen? And then I went to the destroy unit and I saw that I lost basically two air bases. The airbase of Kielce and the airbase of Modlin. Now, the airbase of Modlin is here, and the airbase of Kielce is down here. Now, what I think happened is that when I activated the AI in the previous turn, the AI moved some airplanes here and there, but then in the next Axis phase, the Axis units took control because of the zone of control system, and they basically destroyed my planes. So it's an important lesson that I learned for my future turns. Also for the grand campaign, always have a look at what the AI is doing after redeploying your planes. And one other important thing I noticed is that I am terribly behind schedule. Like, I was supposed to take Warsaw and Krakow on the last turn, and Warsaw, I mean, it's here, it's besieged, and the Axis even managed to regain access here, and Krakow is down here. So yeah, this turn I have to basically rush for Krakow and at least besiege Warsaw. I don't think I can take Warsaw already this turn, because it has a fortified region, it has a 514 value of defense, so it's just pointless. So I may just surround it and then destroy it on the next turn. Meanwhile, the Axis routed my units. Oh my god, look at this, look at how many things, how many, so the division, mountain division, two Hungarian divisions, so it was quite a big let's say powerful force, this one. And also here they basically routed both of my Romanian infantry divisions, which are now rendered useless, because as you can see they are unready, and they would need to be, yeah, exactly, let's put them in refit mode, so they will take some time to be ready again. The least expected of all was this one. The Viking Panzer Regiment just cut off and destroyed 3 sections of the railways. This is a big problem now, because all of these troops here will not be isolated, but they will have to use trucks, and it's something I really don't want to see in my units. To see my units using trucks for their supplies, because now I think they will have to go to a much, maybe to this depot here, and yeah, it's quite annoying. The good thing, however, is that, yeah, the German garrison in Budapest is now totally isolated, as well as all of these troops here. So the goal of this turn will be to wipe out this pocket, race for Krakow down here, and yeah, let's see what else I could do. Let's have a look at Königsberg. When it's Königsberg, oh, turn 13, so I have time to reach the Baltic Sea coast here. But yeah, so that's it for for this introduction. And well, let's hope straight into the video and see what happens on turn number 2. So back into the action. As the opening phases of this turn number 2, I decided to launch some recon missions along the main front line, facing the first Ukrainian and first Belarusian front. But also I decided to scout the region in Eastern Prussia, because while my initial goal was to push westwards as much as possible, I didn't like this salient of the German army between Königsberg and the now besieged Warsaw. So my idea was to try to either push directly towards Königsberg, or maybe even better, Danzig, and cut off the bulk of the German divisions in Eastern Prussia, or try to encircle as many of those units as possible. And also because recon showed that, luckily for me, the Germans did not have any strategic reserve behind the front line in Eastern Prussia. And yeah, so as I mentioned before, I was quite surprised to see that the Axis attacked me, but the Axis attacked my Romanian divisions in this. As this is my very first time playing this scenario, I assume that I should not keep my Romanian divisions in the main front line, because they're just too bad, let's say. And yeah, so I wiped out the little tiny pocket that I managed to create on the previous turn, while I was, as always, doing the same things of repairing the railways, preparing new depots, rearranging the headquarters, and trying to rout as many enemy units as possible. And one thing that I also noticed from the previous turn is that the AI abandoned some of its fortified positions in Kurland. And so I don't remember, maybe not on this turn, but on the next turn, I probably decided to try a slow advance into that territory as well. And yeah, the crawl progressed this turn, not, let's say, not at the speed that I was hoping for, but you know, this is welcome to the impossible difficulty. And my attempts to take Krakow failed. Last time I tried a dashing cavalry raid, and this failed. This time I concentrated the strength of 2 rifle corps, and they failed, suggesting that to take Krakow I needed once again to besiege the city, which yeah, again, it's always a waste of time, because first you have to encircle the city, then you have to wait a turn until the enemy garrison is isolated, and then you can attack it. And it's always a waste of time, because you have to waste at least 2 turns to make sure that the enemy garrison is weakened a little bit. But anyway, the Red Army slowly but surely advanced westwards, and that was the most important aspect that I wanted to care about. And yeah, so let's say that's it now for this brief description. I leave you to the rest of the video. And well, thank you very much for watching, folks. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I wish you all the best, and stay tuned for the next episode.